Welcome back to Be Rich. I know it's been quite a long time, quite a beat since it was you and me and Sadhu. So I thought today I'll answer some of the questions in the last video and have a light conversation. Anand's a little unwell, so I thought I'll give him a break since he does do the Tamil, he does the Hindi, and he's doing Thathuva Pechu. So I thought today in Be Rich it could just be you and me. So don't get upset not seeing Anand around. I do understand if you don't see Anand around and you feel like dropping out. I get that too. But anyway, some of you had asked me about Anand's new book. One of you had messaged. I think, who was that? That was Murli Manohar Muruganathan, 6832. Said, hi, brothers, good morning. Please discuss or hint about your latest new book release on your channels. Nice watching, learning, and mainly on a personal habit on aspects of life. Well, I'm assuming, Murugan, you're talking about Anand's book, which we released a little earlier this year, which is this one. And if you're interested in this book, you can reach out and we'll get you sorted. Other than that, Anand is working on another book, and I'm working on a book with him. And so that is something to look forward to. Probably that will come out a little closer to the end of the year, I guess. The problem is, since work is hectic, and now I'm doing multiple things, and Anand's got me involved in multiple projects, and I reach out to a lot of you personally over the phone, and I do these live calls, live videos. It's been quite hectic, but we will try and finish that book out and get it to you. Ramakrishna is saying, please improve Telugu dubbing in your channel. It's not understandable. We are working on that. That is a lot of AI we're using. It's not Anand who knows Telugu. We're trying to get the Telugu done, actually get a person record the voice and use AI and alter the voice so it sounds like Anand. But it's also work in progress. So thanks for the patience, and thanks for watching the channel and for the love and affection and support there. And thank you for that. Then Rajalakshmi Prabhu is asking, talk about stablecoin in India. Well, I would strongly advise you to stay away from crypto space, including stablecoin, because stablecoin, they say, is backed by the dollar, and it's pretty much a quasi cryptocurrency backed by the American dollar. I don't know. I would stay away from all of this. And a lot of you are upset, rightfully so, about me and Anand talking about crypto, trying to say this is clickbait. Karthi is the one who said, again, clickbait title, thumbnail. In reality, crypto barely went down in months chart, but you seem to misrepresent it insanely. This channel has lost its ways. Even Sadhu feels it sometimes when he looks at me. It's like, Vinod, you have lost your ways. We never were a crypto channel. We didn't do it for clickbait. We did it because a lot of you, from the beginning, that is, way back, we've been saying no to crypto, that we believe in blockchain technology. Same way we believe in AI. It's just that we do not know which crypto is going to, blockchain technology backed crypto is going to go where, what. We are not able to get any clear clarity. And the basic premise of what crypto started off as is still up in end. And it's like the wild, wild west as far as crypto is concerned. You have to agree with that, at least, Karthi. You've got to admit that crypto, the world of crypto, is the wild, wild west. There is hardly any regulation. There's hardly any clarity. Albin's walking in. Say hi to Albin behind the camera. So there's hardly any regulatory oversight in crypto, and it's not what it originally stayed out to be, which is replacing any form of fiat currency. And what happened in crypto when Trump did the China was, a lot of young people got slaughtered, to say it in a very mild way. That's because they walked into crypto seeing all the FOMO. Like you said, over the last, if you've been in crypto for many, many years, okay, you will not be seeing any much pain, because from $2, $3, you have seen it to go to $120,000, and then from $120,000 slid $100,000. Yeah, okay, what you say is true. But what happens is a lot of young kids see this FOMO, entered crypto space after what Trump spoke about, stablecoin and all that, and they jumped in. They got wiped out because they don't understand what is happening. And that is the danger. And that is what we were addressing. I hope, Karthi, you are able to understand it. If you understand this, if it's in your circle of competence and you know what you're doing, of course this video is not meant for you. And I'm sure if you've been following this channel from the beginning, like you claim that we have lost our way, we never the bellwether of crypto. We were never talking about crypto. So, and I would say we're pretty much on course. I don't know why you think we have lost our way. I never said to be an expert in crypto, nor as my brother ever said. We said we believe it's not an investment avenue, and we still maintain that, and we strongly believe that. We look at companies and businesses as an investment, Basically, that is what investment is to us, It's a company which has a sound idea, which gives a solution to a problem in society, and it tries to fix it and make it better. In that process, they're making some revenue. After all expenses are gone, being an investor in that business, you see some profit and you see some capital appreciation. And basically, that is the idea of investment we believe in. And that is what we are trying to understand and preach. Crypto doesn't tick any of those boxes. So that's why, we don't talk about crypto. It's like buying a painting, There are people who see even watches as investment. A Rolex watch. Of course, recently all these luxury products have gone through a beating and they've fallen off the cliff. There was an interesting article about Bloomberg, which I'm not going to dive into because we are not that kind of a channel where we talk about those kinds of, exotic investments, if you want to call it. We try and stay in the Warren Buffett lane, which is to find value businesses in our circle of competence and invest based on those principles. That said, if you see what's happening in silver, it's crazy. And especially in India, me and Albin only found out today morning, thanks to Anand, that is, we got wrapped in the hands for that because it's, first of all, it's not in our circle of competence for me and Albin. We look at businesses, as investment propositions. We don't dive into silver. Gold, yes, because gold is an important part of investing. It hedges our investments, especially in market cycles. So that's important. But we don't touch silver. Me and Albin don't touch silver. So there was an important bit of news in India about silver. On the 25th of September, last month that is, the government of India has kind of frozen import of silver. The news is they're trying to protect silver industry in India, which I find very confusing. But anyway, I don't want to get into that wheelhouse and be accused of being political. So right now, getting silver into India is difficult. Till March next year, am I right, Alvin? March next year, 2026, there is the restriction on silver import in India, and that has led to even more panic in the Indian market. So if you're trying to sell silver second hand, the rate is much lower compared to buying it from the shop. So if you have old silver and you walk into the store and say, hey, I heard silver is this price, are you willing to give it? There is almost a 20% discount being demanded by the silver trader. And if you're trying to buy it, it's at a premium. And the simple reason is there is so much of gap and uncertainty in the market when it comes to silver, and that is what's happening. And of course, I spoke about the short squeeze yesterday with Anand. That is happening too. So there is a lot of palpable panic in the market when it comes to what is happening with uncertainty. At the same time, if you see the American stock market, that seems to be going on its own track, like it's living in another world. So in environments like this, Karthik, I would not invest in things which are not in my circle of competence. If it's not in my circle of competence, I avoid it. That is why me and Albin don't touch silver, we don't touch crypto, we don't touch anything that we have not been studying for the last few years. Tata Motors, we have been looking at it for the last few years. Natco, we have been looking at it for the last few years. Intel, we've been looking at it for the last few years. Google, we've been looking at it for the last few years. Apple, Berkshire Hathaway, whatever we talk about, Nike, whatever we've spoken about, or my team talks about, are things we've been looking at for the last few years. We've been looking at balance sheets, we've been tracking it, we've been following it, the CEOs. So we have a certain amount of confidence because we're like, okay, at least we know this. And that is the kind of approach we want you to have when you invest. A lot of you reach out to me from the US saying you've got a house and you've got loans and you're looking at investing in American markets. How do you guys see with American markets? And I told a lot of you who I spoke to on the phone that, we look at a time horizon of 5 years minimum, even in the American market. So that is one of the reasons why we're not touching AI, because AI will survive, like I said in the onset of the video. But I'm not clear out of the 100 companies which are there right now in the AI space, who will actually filter out and become the Volkswagen, who will become the General Motors, who will become the Ford, who will become the Toyota, the Hondas 50 years from now, 20 years from now. I can't say. A lot of you have a lot of, feel a lot of surety in what OpenAI is doing compared to even Google. My argument with me and Anand's argument with Google is Google has an ecosystem. It has a customer base. It has a platform which people believe in. They've already got customers. So injecting an AI solution in that is so much easier than someone like OpenAI who doesn't have an ecosystem. He's trying to build an ecosystem. That is why he wants a lot more investment coming his way. I understand that. But that's a huge gamble. Would I make a play at that? I'm afraid not. I would rather stick to tried and tested places like Microsoft and Google. But that's me. Hey, I would love to hear your opinion about this. So do let me know. Hit up in the comments. What are you looking at in terms of investing? What do you think about AI? Do you agree with what I'm saying? No. Or do you think, we're completely wrong about crypto? Hey, put it down there. I'll read. And if I think it warrants a video and me talking about it, sure, I'll come back and catch you guys. Other than that, I'm there. I'm on Instagram. You can try and catch up with me there and have a conversation. Yes, some of you are upset that I don't talk to you as soon as you message me on Instagram. Hey, I get over 2,000, 3,000 messages a day. I try and have much as I can with conversations, like trying to talk to running traffic. It's like cars are whizzing by and I'm trying to have a conversation. Don't get frustrated. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. I'll catch you and we'll have a conversation. Other than that, stay invested, keep watching, keep learning. Like I said, read books. And one of the other reasons why I have those groups in Instagram is so you guys get to talk to each other. You may not be able to find someone in your circle of friends right now who knows about investing or who's even interested in investing. But, come to our group, join our tribe, and you'll find a fellow warrior amongst us, and you may have a conversation and we'll strike up a friendship and talk about investing, share ideas, and get you going. It always doesn't have to be me and Anand who's the one sparking interest in you. It could be someone just like Sadhu can strike up conversation, and get you invested. Thanks for watching. Be Rich. I know today videos are slightly different. Like I said, Anand's been unwell, so it was just me today. And I will try and get Shashwat, one of you had asked me, to come and talk about what's happening with Trump, tariffs, crypto, all of this. Shashwat is busy right now, but I will try and squeeze some time out of him and ask him to come and join us for a conversation, do a video with me and him, probably remotely. Thanks again for watching. Be Rich. See you tomorrow with another one. Good night. Bye.